Well, the library is an incredible place to get a lot of information, and I often feel like I'm sitting on this sort of gold mine, and I'm sitting on top of it, and people just need to be able to mine it, and it's just sitting there for you to use. An incredible wealth of resources that are there for you, and people just need to tap into it to find out, you know, what is there for them. So it's more than just bricks and books at the library. We do have an incredible range of resources for people, but probably some of the ones that are the most helpful and the least known for business people are the ones that can help them get to current and relevant news information about a particular aspect of business. So it's a boring library word. It's called databases. And you can access these databases to find out articles that are as current as what's come out in today's paper. So you may subscribe to 1 or 2 newspapers. Can you possibly subscribe to dozens of them? You have access to those through your library card or by coming into the library. Can you possibly subscribe to all of the business journals that are out there? Can you possibly subscribe to all the magazines that have to do with home decoration if you're in staging or interior decoration? No, you can't. But the library has those resources for you. So tens of thousands, literally, of journals that are available to you, and magazines and newspapers, and then hundreds of thousands of articles there. So how do you use that? Well, it's available to you 24/7, remotely, with a library card, or like I say, anybody can come into the library and access that information. And isn't the library a wonderful place? It's completely democratic, but we're nonpartisan. We have access for all. We never ask you where you came from. Are you entitled to get this information? We're just trying to provide people with a place where it's a level playing field for all, regardless of their background. You don't have to show us that library card. I will never ask you where you've come from. I will never ask you if you've got that card. I'm always more than willing to help you with that. So if you come in and you use one of our databases, and people come in and they get a little bit of instruction from me sometimes, or from some other staff members. So an example is, if I'm in a financial management kind of business, financial services, and how do I possibly keep on top of everything that's happening in a world where news and information is coming at me in so many different ways? Well, one of the ways you can do that is to use your library and to access some of those databases and just look for some of the words that you're trying to find in articles or in magazines or journals. And lo and behold, in this day and age, you can save that material, you can print it, you can email it, you can collect it in folders and have a variety of folders around different sorts of subjects that you want, and you can also set up an alert. So what does that mean for you? It means that every time those words that you said were keywords come up in an article within that entire database, which may contain as many as 3,000 periodicals, they will send you an email and say an article appeared in today's National Post around financial services that are available in Canada. So an example was, a very recent article was that Walmart is going into the financial services business. So I just did that today as a bit of a test, and lo and behold, I get an email telling me that there's an article, and then I could access that complete article and be on top of it without having to go back all the time and looking at all of those magazines or newspapers, even online. Even people will come into the library and they'll think, well, I just want to see what magazines you have on money management. So we have Money Sense, and we have Canadian Business, and a lot of things that might do that. And to flip through them would take a lot of time. To flip through all the back issues would take even more time. How do you know what's there that's going to be helpful for you? And so this is the way that you can use some of those databases. We also have recently invested in some databases that allow you to look for businesses, whether that's businesses that distribute, manufacture, export, are doing business in your area of expertise, are doing business in your community. And we have the $1 Million database, so you can access over 5,000 businesses that are just in Barrie alone and get all of the information about that business. Who are the key people? What is it that they do? How do I get in touch with them? And then you can actually save that data in an Excel document or a PDF and email it to yourself, and you can have it like that. And some of you here have even used that. I know that Lauren's come in and used that, and Lotta, and you can get that kind of information in a way that's going to be really helpful for your business.